Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome back to RPG Corner with more Trails of Cold Steel 2. And it's time to advance the story by talking to my man, George. Yeah. Oh, there's a help out option? I guess that's how it's going down. Alright. I want to turn this into a workshop for creating Valamar's Tachi. If you get a chance, I'd really appreciate if you could help me out. Choosing to help George make his workshop will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. Help. Haha, thanks. Well then, do you think you could bring me my tools from over in the Orbital factory? You could have done that yourself. Can do, George. George and Reen then began remodeling the ship's hold into a workshop. While the process was more than a little exhausting, it didn't take long before they were finished. Oh shit. How did they lift that thing? This should work for now. Okay, let's see if we can process this Zemurian ore. Ready? We're gonna start by reinforcing Valamar's existing blade, right? Kind of your way of prepping for the real thing? That's the idea, yeah? Just want to get a feel for what it's like to work with, and it'll give you a stronger sword to use in the meantime. Let's get to work. Of course. Alright. Together they worked on reinforcing Valamar's existing blade. Despite the task being simple compared to making an entirely new weapon, working with Zemurian ore was hard, even for George. Reen and the other members of Class 7, as well as even Valamar, helped where they could and supported him in his efforts. Eventually, the day is on. The day is on. We're on the ship. Don't get a copyright strike. Can't really see what they did differently. Is it the little edges? Is that what's different? Whoa. Valamar, your new blade is quite impressive. Yeah, it came out pretty well. It's got to be the edges. Although the base weapon is still the same as a Soldat's. Unlike a Soldat blade, however, I can feel mana radiating from it now. I expect it'll be able to hold a significantly keener edge than before. I'm amazed you managed to process that stuff. A hunk of crystal like that must have been a real pain to work with, huh, George? Well, if anyone could, it's you. I wouldn't have been able to do much with it if not for your guys' help. That we got this far is a real testament to our combined efforts. I'm not sure our contributions can even compare to what you've done, and I'm grateful for it. I'm sure the battles ahead are going to be a lot more smoothly go a lot more smoothly thanks to this. We're lucky to have you on our side, George. Now all you gotta do is take it into a real fight and see how it feels. Right, we should get Valamar to give it a couple good swit.
Oh, you're all still here.
Voice time. You could have paged us from the bridge.
Toa?
What's wrong? It's not like you to be so flustered. It's terrible. We got an emergency report in from the Twin Dragons Bridge. It's Keldic. Keldic?
What happened to Keldic?
It was set on fire.
Oh shit.
By the Kreuzen Provincial Army.
Oh shit.
What?
What?
Uh-oh. That ain't good. Shit's about to go down. We're gonna be firefighters now, I think. They set a course for Keldic and hurried there as fast as their legs could carry them. Once they arrived, a number of them disembarked to assess the situation, Instructor Sarah and Eustace included. Of course, they're locked in. Okay. Lisa, Fee, and Emma too. Let's go boogity boo. Same day, Keldic. Oh my god. I literally just was here to rest. Wow. Like, damn. Oh boy. This is awful. How could they? How could they do this to such a lively town? The Grand Market seems to have taken the brunt of it too. I can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. We should pay a visit to both the market manager and the 4th Armored Division too. Oh boy. Celtic Chapel, a bunch of stuff in the Provincial Army Guardhouse. The Grand Market doesn't even have a full map anymore. You see how it's cut off? You can't even go all the way around. Market manager's house. Weathercock seems to possibly still be standing. Let's talk to the regulars and then we'll talk. Oh, kitty's by itself. Hopefully nobody died. Jeez, Weathercock is still in great spirit and just like, hey, we're not gonna burn the inn down. Sob, sob. My house was burned down. There's nothing left of it. Sob, wah. Oh boy. Our house was set on fire during the attack. We managed to escape safely, but Sob, where will we go? You will be fine. I promise. Those big robots came crashing into town out of nowhere. Then they just started destroying everything and anything. The market manager told me to run, so I did. But then did something happen? Oh shit. Is he alive? He better be alive. The Jaegers took advantage of the chaos to set fire to as much of the town as possible. We tried to put it out as fast as we could, but as you can see... Why? Why did this have to happen to you of all people? Otto, did he die? Don't tell me. Oh shit. We should go check for ourselves before jumping to conclusions. Conclusions! We jump at them. No. No. Stay away. Please leave the town alone. Oh, jeez. I didn't do anything. We're in the midst of assessing the situation. Please take any questions to Lieutenant General Craig, which is over there. And there's Claire, too. Miss Claire. Alrighty. Before we do that... those huge machines, they came and destroyed the Grand Market. I was so scared I don't ever want to see them again. Oh boy.
No.
This is just awful. It used to be so lively, and now...
No, no. I took out a loan to procure the goods for my store. Why? Why did it come to this? Those soldats tore the Grand Market asunder like it was nothing. They took away what was essentially our home. And yet here I am, unable to even work up the energy to be depressed. Tableau. Hey! Norton, you all made it, I see. I've seen a lot during my time as a reporter, but this is the first time I've been left speechless. An atrocity like this can't be forgiven. Nobility or not, there's no excuse for such carnage. We'd be failures as people if we let something like this pass. I'll do whatever I can to make sure this doesn't get covered up. Yeah, it shouldn't get covered up. Wasn't that the rest area?
Wasn't that the rest area?
Oh yeah, that was the rest area. Now that's the... It's the rest of the area. Huh. 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 Right? Too soon? Yeah, too soon. Literally just happened. Alright, let's start with the chapel. I've surveyed the... Oh, wait, haven't gone into the inn. Okay, there's nobody here except her. Oh, hello. I somehow managed to keep this place from burning down. But Luis was hit on the head by some falling debris during the attack and... What? Where is she? She's being treated over at the church, but they said she might not make it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. People dying. Sorry, my mind's kind of all over the place right now. I still can't believe how quickly it all happened. Minutes, that's all it took. They ruined the town before our eyes. How could anyone who does something like that even call themselves human? Oh, I already read that. Okay. I'm not gonna bother you guys. I just trying to investigate. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. That room is filled to capacity. You haven't seen my husband anywhere, have you? I heard they brought him in here with serious injuries, but I can't see him anywhere. Why does he have to worry me like this? Oh boy. I'm doing everything in my power as a pharmacist to aid everyone's treatment. But it still terrifies me to think of how quickly those soldats laid waste to this town. I'm not entirely sure how I managed to escape, to be completely frank. I tripped and hurt myself in all the commotion. It's nothing serious compared to everyone else. I'm lucky. But how could they? How could they do this to our home? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Father Zerbo's considerable medical knowledge helped to save those who were badly wounded. We're truly blessed to have him stationed here. But why did something this awful have to happen? They showed no mercy, not even to the children. Wake up, Jake. Can't believe that even Jake was caught up in all this. This is so horrible. Couldn't do anything to help. I feel so ashamed of myself. Don't be. You were up against professionals and they had the element of surprise on their side. She's right. I know you're upset, but you're not the one to blame here, and neither are you, Eustace. Yes, I suppose you're right. If I have time to blame myself for what happened, that's time I could be using to actually help people. I was about to be hit by some falling rubble, but then, before I knew what was happening, Jake appeared and pushed me out of the way. It's all my fault. What'll I do if he never wakes up? You're gonna marry this boy, that's what you... Oh! Oh no. Not Louise too. Excuse me, but how's she been holding up? Has she been given medical treatment? Father Zerbil's already tended to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong he can't be sure if she'll make it. Louise, please open your eyes. I'm begging you. You two seem like good friends from what I've seen. Yeah, we got to know each other from my visits to the Weathercock whenever I was in town for work. But I'm not going to be able to do anything for her staying here. Let's go. We need to see how things are elsewhere. Right? Oh, Jesus. He's unconscious. No, this can't be. Marco, open your eyes, please. Marco. Merchant Marco. He seems to be unconscious. Those humanoid machines there. Stay back. Don't do it. Oh, jeez. Why is he telling me to stay back? What did I do? Louise, please open your eyes. Why? Why did this have to happen? How much more will this war take from us? She got knocked out cold by some falling debris and hasn't woken up since. Haha. Ha ha ha. How could something like this happen? We can't stay neutral at a point like this. Huh? Daddy's not here. Oh man, where'd he go? The sister told him to stay put too. Oh boy, where'd your dad go? This door open? Yeah. Oh man.
I hope Louise will be okay.
They seem to have enough medicine at least, but...
Please don't be dead, Otto. Did you come to see the market manager? If so, head up to the second floor. Everyone else is already there. Okay. Somber walk. Gotta do the somber walk. Please don't tell me. No. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. Oh shit, he died. No way. You're all from Thor's, correct? He fell victim to one of the soldiers' attacks while evacuating the townsfolk, I'm afraid. I did everything in my power to save him, and yet... I see. Damn. Yeah, you can't stay neutral like this. You have to take a side, and it's not the side of these monsters. We never even got the chance to repay him for helping us while we were here. How could this happen? The market manager's always done everything he could to protect this town, but now he went and gave his life for us. No one loved this town more than Otto. This just goes to prove that... Why did things end up like this? What are we even supposed to do? Oh man. Why, Adios? Why did you take the market manager from us? Can't believe he gave up his life to protect us. I hope you're happy, Duke Alborea. Your aim was to terrorize us and take something from us that can never be replaced, and you must be. I did everything in my power, but it wasn't enough. At the very least, he seems to have passed on peacefully. We can only pray that Adios guides his soul to her side. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. The market manager did everything, and even his last moments. This is how it has always been, too. We always got by thanks to him. That's, what's-her-face's pop. Oh, boy. This is, a little heart-wrenching. Oh, I see you've all arrived. Lieutenant General Craig, Major Neidhart. I see the RMP is here as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. I presume you were all contacted. That's right, we came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is as you suspect. This was done by none other than the Kreuzen Provincial Army soldats. That's absurd. For what reason? This can't be real. Unfortunately, it's very real. Apparently, they broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragons Bridge. According to the report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks, too. Duke Alvaray has been hiring the Northern Jaegers throughout this war. They were behind the attack on Ymir, too. That explains things. Raising towns like this is one of their specialties. And if they had soldats supporting them, too, this couldn't have ended any other way. We arrived on the scene as fast as we could and managed to fight them off while evacuating the townsfolk, but they had already retreated towards Berryhard and formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Division arrived. The townsfolk readily accepted us after the provincial army was forced to retreat from Twin Dragons Bridge. It's clear this was intended to punish them for that as an example to others. Even then, though, there's just no excuse for this. This reminds me of what Rufus and Vita said, actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of soldats units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Rufus said that? Oh, Vita. The fear this attack has instilled in the townsfolk seems to be a testament to those words. Thanks to the soldats, it's safe to say they succeeded in their aim. Even we of the RMP felt somewhat powerless before them, especially since we couldn't prevent that fatality. To think the one fatality would be the market manager of all people. Regardless, we plan to strengthen our defenses here while preparing for countermeasures against Berryhard. I advise that you keep your distance from Keldic for a while. Do engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no mere minor conflict, it's an all-out war. Never forget that. Jeez. Now what? What do we do? Oh, we leave. We just walk out to the highway. Oh boy. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's leave town. There should have been like some connecting scene. We're just gonna leave you guys now with your jacked up town. We've got a decent grasp on the situation in Keldic now. Should we head back? I talked to everybody already. Green. Huff, where's my family? They're all safe, right? Becky, Hugo. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expect me to sit about knowing what's happening to my home? My family's safe, right? What about the market manager? Your family's alright. We saw them at the church. I can't say the same for the market manager, though. Oh no, you're having a laugh, huh? Wait. Got it, Reen. I'll make sure she returns to the Courageous. Thanks. We'll make our way back first, then. We have a lot to discuss regarding where to proceed from there. Indeed. Oh, shit. After leaving Keldic in the Imperial Army's hands, they all went back to the Courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Keldic proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky and Hugo had returned that they decided to take off.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute. History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Really?
That is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
I think it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways.
Oh, what the fuck, Eustace? You shut your mouth.
Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious.
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace. How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right.
We have every right to interfere, Eustace. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Machias is right. You need to calm down and we need to think this over together.
Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
That's a Class 7 I know.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Keldic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians.
Please don't be neutral anymore.
We can't turn a blind eye to that.
That's right.
You're right.
Yep.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Alright, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Duke Alberea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
Thank you.
Huh? Is there a call coming through? Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
Oh boy.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do to
I forgot she was on the
I think I
ship.
can shake them off if I try.
No, put the call up on the screen.
Oh, fuck
It's
you.
a pleasure to see you all again. Especially you, my dear brother.
Shut it up, Rufus.
And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus.
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
Does this concern Keldic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Keldic was instigated by Duke Alberea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it. If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
The bulk of the Kreuzen Provincial Army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Auroch's fort along with him. With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward. But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him. And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you.
I don't trust him.
Well, I've said my part.
I don't trust you, Rufus.
Oh, and Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's board of directors.
Fuck you, you're fired. I kicked you off the board with this fist. Jesus.
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
Yep.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
It's a trap.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Alberea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Auroch's fort and apprehend Duke Alberea myself. And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
It's about time.
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
With that, they finally began preparations to apprehend Duke Alberea. Duke Alberea's actions against Keldic were believed to be in violation of a number of Imperial laws. With that fact as justification, Class 7 chose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armored Division and RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled upon the following plan. Ooh, nice little map there. First, the 4th Armored Division would attack Berryhard's northern line of defense. Meanwhile, the RMP would attack the city's southern line of defense, forcing them to call for reinforcements from Auroch's fort. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using the Courageous with relatively limited opposition. Once the fortress was under their control, they were to arrest Duke Alberea, effectively completing the mission. Kind of a big deal. Oh, look at you. Look at you getting all, I'm gonna pose with my newly edged blade. While all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put to Valamor's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much needed data. The next day, time came for the operation to begin. Bingo, bango, taking Oxford. Well, the time's finally come. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. We can't let Eustace down. This is our chance to avenge Otto's death too. I appreciate it. Just try and focus your thoughts on the operation for now. You can worry about other things later. Hee will be right there with you. Sounds like everyone's all fired up and ready to go. This will be our first chance to test Valamar's newly fortified weapon too. How'd it turn out? Great, actually. And like Laura said, today's operation makes it the perfect chance to test it out in battle. I hope so. It'll be a good way to iron out the kinks anyway. The more data I have, the better off we'll be when it comes to making that Tachi. Guys, the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police are almost ready to make their move. Let me know as soon as you're ready, the sooner the better. I'm coming with you. It doesn't sit right with me to have you going up against high-ranking Jaegers alone. There's no reason to let your guard down, though. Make sure you have everything you need. No problem. Members in the party is temporarily increased to 7. Okay. Why? Why did they increase the number of members in the party? Oh, ooh, is somebody gonna die? Oh no. I don't like it. To advance the main story, speak to Toa in the captain's chair and select commence operation. Okay, that gives me a chance to take a break here between episodes. That's good because this mission might take it's an episode of itself. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. I'm getting kind of excited but also nervous because why would they increase the size of the party before I've actually gone to the mission? Unless in the mission we're going to lose somebody partway through. And if somebody dies, and if it's Sarah, I'm going to be pissed. Mad. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and then hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode of the series is ready to go. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.